The Nissan Qashqai is one of Ireland's favourite crossovers, and it's very popular in both the new and used car market. This is the third generation and it launched in 2021. It's just had an update to sharpen it up inside and out. In this video I'm going to tell you all you need to know about it, its practicality, performance, efficiency and what it's like to drive on Irish roads. So if that sounds good, please stay watching. I'm Caroline and this is the Carzone YouTube channel. You love cars, and at Carzone we love cars too. If you're in the market for a new or used one, head over to carzone.ie and you'll find lots of great cars there for sale from trusted sellers. Please give this video a like and hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more videos like this. So let's talk engines and pricing. You can get into one of these from just under €40,000. That's for a petrol mild hybrid. Or you can spend a bit more for this Qashqai e-Power. That's from about €45,000. It has more power and greater efficiency. More on that later. There are a few different trim levels like SV, SV Premium, SV Tech and SVE. Now what we have here is the top of the range Qashqai e-Power SVE, and that retails from about €54,400. So it is easy to spend a lot of money on a Qashqai these days. It looks even sharper now. It has this new split level LED lighting. This is the daytime running light. This is the main beam. The grille is also new. It's wider, and if you look really close, it has this comma shaped detail. Now that's inspired by ancient Japanese armour, which is a nice nod to Nissan's Japanese heritage. There are also sharp air intakes here at the side. Wheel sizes vary from 17 up to 20 inch. The SVE e-Power is on 19 inch. There's also this gloss black detail around the wheel arch and the lower sill. There are 3 new colours for the updated Qashqai. This isn't one of them. This is magnetic blue and I think it looks really good in this colour. These lights are new. They're LED and they also have these new clear cases and dynamic scrolling indicators for that premium finish. Let's check out the boot space and practicality here. So it's 504 litres, which is good, but it's not class leading. So the likes of a Tucson or a Sportage would have greater volume, but it does have some very handy features like a 2-position boot floor. And it's also dividable as well. So you can take out this piece. It has a waterproof side to it, which is really handy. And you can also use it as a divider if you wish as well. Now those rear seats, they go down 60/40 and the powered tailgate is available on the higher trim levels. The Qashqai's party piece is that the rear doors open to almost 90 degrees, which is really something special, and it does make access here into the back much easier. Also, if you have to fix child seats, and you do have ISOFIX on those 2 outer seats. There's plenty of legroom on either side for your outer passengers. This protrudes a little bit for the middle seat passenger, and there's a little bit of a transmission tunnel there as well. But certainly these outer seats are very comfortable. There's also amenities like a armrest with 2 cup holders. That hatch doesn't open through to the boot, so you don't have through loading. There is 2 USB-C ports. There's also vents and pockets in the back of those seats. The Qashqai has a really solid cabin. It's very well laid out and it feels very good quality. There are new plusher trims on the higher grades like this Alcantara here in the dashboard around the centre console and also the armrest. This SVE also gets these gorgeous quilted leather seats and they have a little bit of Alcantara trim at the sides. There's also ambient lighting. So the overall look and feel is really very nice. There's a full digital driver display and a head-up display as well as this touchscreen here. And this is now running a Google operating system. So you have access to Google Maps and also Google Assistant. So it responds to commands of, hey Google, you can get it to do things like let the windows down or turn on the air conditioning. It also has wireless Apple CarPlay. It's a wired Android Auto connection. And Nissan has stuck with some proper physical controls and dials for the ventilation, which we really like to see, and it makes it very easy to interact with this. It also has a brilliant camera system, and you can easily pull that up with this button here just below the system. All but the entry model comes with wireless smartphone charging. There's also a 12-volt socket. There's some new trims for this centerpiece down here. You have this stubby gear selector, which is just like what you'll find in the Nissan Ariya. A few more buttons like for the drive modes, and also the e-pedal, which more on that later when we get this out onto the road. There's also 2 cup holders and a little bit of space here under the armrest. All but the entry model also gets that glass roof, which lets a lot of light here into the cabin. Lots of standard safety features on this car as well. And this SVE has a brilliant equipment list. It includes things like the Bose sound system, the heated steering wheel, and the seats deserve a special mention. They are heated with power adjustment, memory function, but they also have a massage setting. The entry into the range is a 1.3 litre mild hybrid petrol that comes with a CVT automatic or a manual gearbox. Then there's this Qashqai e-power that promises more power, lower CO2 and also better fuel efficiency. It is a sort of hybrid in that it uses a 1.5 litre petrol engine, a small capacity battery and also an electric motor. But unlike a traditional hybrid, the engine never directly drives the front wheels. It's actually acting as a generator. It's the electric motor that turns those wheels. So that means you get this really quiet, smooth drive, almost like an electric vehicle. It's really very quiet. You do hear the engine occasionally coming in to charge the battery, but it never gets too intrusive. It's also the most powerful of the range, so 190 horsepower, 330 newton meters of torque, 0 to 100 in 7.9 seconds. There are a few different driving modes. In the sport mode, it's at its quickest and most responsive. There's a standard mode and then an eco mode where you can get the most out of your tank of fuel. There's also a B mode here that you access through the gear selector. So almost like an electric vehicle, it increases that amount of regenerative braking, so feeding a little bit of energy back into the battery. It has the Nissan e-pedal as well, which we first saw on the Leaf a few years ago. And basically you can control it using just the accelerator pedal. So when you lift off, you get this stronger braking effect, which makes it really easy and effortless to drive in town and city. There's no gearbox, so it's really smooth to drive. You get none of that clunkiness of a hybrid that uses a CVT. So that's another bonus for the Qashqai e-power. What about efficiency? Well, Nissan says as low as 5.3 litres per 100 kilometres, and at the moment I'm averaging about 5.9 litres, so it is doing pretty well, I have to say, for an SUV with a petrol engine under the bonnet. It's very smooth and easy to drive. You have light steering, which makes it very manoeuvrable. It's not the most exciting SUV to drive, not the most engaging, but it feels solid and secure on the road. It's not too noisy, not too much road noise at high speeds on the motorway. It's comfortable as well, though the 19-inch wheels, they can thud a little bit into bumps and ruts in town and city driving, but mostly it's just a really nice, easy drive, and it's efficient too. The Nissan Qashqai is still a brilliant all-rounder when you look at the space it offers, its performance and its efficiency. It's now more stylish than ever and better equipped, so if you're in the market for a family crossover, it's definitely worth a look. If you'd like to get your hands on your own Nissan Qashqai, head over to Carzone.ie and you'll find lots of great cars for sale there, new and used from trusted sellers. Please give this video a like and hit the subscribe button. We'd really appreciate that. So thanks for watching and I'll see you soon.